Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of the Saints Nation podcast. I'm only joined here by Cooper today, and we're doing it online for the first time. We won't be in
Yeah,
person.
a bit different this week.
Yeah, but
One week
nice.
only though.
Yeah, 1 week only. A nice little experiment for this week. See how we go. I don't think there'll be too many technical difficulties, and
Hopefully not.
it's been a big past few days with our win over Richmond and all the trade
Yep.
stuff that came out last night. So
Yeah, last 24 hours, you'd say,
yeah,
more than
so
anything.
let's not even jump straight into the game. Let's go straight into the trade news, and we can probably talk about what came out this morning. So Harley Reid, 25 million over 12 years is what Tim Watson's
All right,
saying we're offering him.
massive contract. It's a
Yeah,
massive contract.
yeah. What do you think
It,
about that
it
when you
can't
heard it?
be it can't be real, can it? Will?
Nah. So oh look, I think I saw somewhere that he was getting it from Eagles people. I'm not sure how true
Yeah,
that is, but look, with stuff like that, I wouldn't. I get that Tim Watson used to coach us, and he's usually pretty favourable when it comes to the news
yeah,
he presents about us. But he's not a newsbreaker. He's not a
yeah.
journalist. He's a radio personality on, let's face it, a bit of a struggling radio station at the moment. They need clicks, so look,
Especially the Adelaide branch, apparently. We'll get
yeah,
into that a
the
bit later.
Adelaide branch that will come up next. But
But look, he's he said that it was unconfirmed, and then just went with it anyway.
yeah,
I don't understand why, but
no, I do not get it. Yeah, look, pretty
would
much.
would you take? What would even a trade look like there? We're offering him 12 years.
I
We'd have
think
to offer our future. That's just silly.
I think Lance Collard's the most obvious one there.
Lance for Harley straight swap,
Yeah,
baby.
straight swap. Let Lance go run amok in Perth, and he should be pretty good up there. But yeah, I don't think Harley Reid's interested in us, no matter what the price
Yeah,
tag is. And yeah, like
I
a
don't see
tr-
that happening at all.
a
I'd be
trade's
very shocked.
impossible for him at the moment. His value's just so high.
Yeah, well, especially as in contract still for next year.
Although, based off what SASEN might tell you, we'd probably have about 10 first round picks in this year's draft. So
Yeah, well, we're training our whole leadership group apparently. Yeah.
yeah, so should we
Do you
touch
want to
on
get
that?
into that, Will?
Yeah, so
Yeah, 100%.
according to Michelangelo Rucci, I believe his name is, went on SEN SA on Monday night and said Naz wants out, Wilkie wants out, Windy wants out, Steele wants out, Marshall wants out. Sorry, our entire leadership group, apart from Wood and Butler, pretty much they're gone.
Yeah,
Look,
that says a lot apparently. But
Mike,
you talked to a club official later that night,
I did,
have you?
yeah, and
And can you confirm anything to that?
look, I reached out. Look, if you listen to the podcast for a long time, you probably know who the club official is. I didn't get anything official. Like I asked, like if you wanted to comment on it, he didn't really say anything too official, so I won't read what he said word for word. But one of the things he did say was it's a misinformation campaign from
Yeah,
someone who works at Port Adelaide. So look, I'd be
which
taking that as word. It's a misinformation campaign. I'd be taking that
yeah,
person, that
which
official.
I think I think a lot of people will believe too, especially how that bloke works for Port. Says a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. So he's been working at Port for about 5 years now. So
Yeah. He's been in the Adelaide media scene since way back in the 90s,
since
apparently.
that
So
club official was playing footy still. So
yeah,
yeah. Look, I think
it's
like
on.
yeah, when you hear it from like an outsider perspective. So say you're a Collingwood fan, for an example, and you hear reports, you're like, oh, that's I'll take that as truth. But
Yeah,
when you numb it down, you're telling me Wilkie wants to go because of money. Like, we have more money than
yeah,
anyone. If he wants a little bit of a pay rise, we'll give him a little bit of a pay rise. But
yeah.
also, like,
Like
I think the players
who's
know.
gonna match?
Pardon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna match the contract we would offer him.
No, and I think
So
Ross is telling these players, like, boys, we got to overpay to get players in, so we're going to do that.
yeah,
Like, yeah, they might be on a
Well, I'm
bit
keen to
more.
see what Ross says tonight in the footy
Yeah,
classified.
so this should come out hopefully Tuesday. I think it will come out way before 5, hopefully. But
Yeah.
9:30 tonight on Footy Classified, the Tuesday, Ross will be on there. I don't exactly know what
Like,
he's doing, but he'll probably squash the rumours a little bit.
yeah, which you'd hope he makes a stand for our club because we're getting bullied by the media at the moment.
Yeah,
Was what something good to say about it. Like they wouldn't be doing this to a Collingwood. They wouldn't be doing this to a Geelong.
nah,
They're basically saying our whole leadership group wants to leave,
yeah,
which is
and
crazy.
yeah, and the worst part,
So
like,
they're all being voted in
yeah,
this earlier this year as leaders, and then it's gone what 8 9 months, and they're all off
yeah,
apparently like
yeah,
that.
they're all gone, and it
Dan Butler,
just
2026 captain, apparently.
it's just it doesn't even like
Uh,
hurt the club that much, or hurt the coaching
yeah,
staff. They don't care at the end of the day. It's just the fans that are
yeah,
hurting, and a lot of the fans, and like they message me, and I see them on Twitter and Instagram, like they're heartbroken that Naz hasn't re-signed yet. I
yeah,
guess,
as everybody should be.
yeah, and it's a bit different for me. Maybe I don't know about much as you, but like I remember like on the first episode of Gettable this year, they were like, Naz is gonna be a last minute decision. He'll make his decision come the end
Yeah,
of the year. So I've never stressed that much about Naz.
yeah,
But
of course.
I get why the
When
fans are going a bit
when do we
nuts.
start turning our attention to other free agents though, and look at some other midfielders? If this keeps carrying on and he actually ends up in Adelaide or Port Adelaide,
Like,
anybody we would be looking at?
well, I think we've already locked in TDK, Alir,
Yeah,
and then there's two names that popped up yesterday. One of them, like, I can speak on truthfully, like, as much as I
yeah,
don't like the move, Adam Chera. So we were
yeah,
linked to him by John Ralph. He recently signed a deal until 2030.
yeah,
Like, he's not on as much coin as you'd think he was as a Carlton midfielder. Like, he's not on
yes.
millions, but he's on a fair chunk of coin. He's always injured. So what do you
Yeah.
think about that move?
Well, is there any way Carlton would pay some of the salary, or because he's an amazing player when he's healthy? We can all agree with that. Was a top 5
Yeah,
draft pick for a
yeah,
reason. He's shown it at stages. I just think a new environment would work well for him, especially in our midfield where he could get a bigger role
yeah.
compared to where he is now.
Look, when he's fit and healthy, I actually really do like Chera, but his
Yeah,
body's obviously taken a bit of a toll over him over the past few
yeah,
years. Do
yeah,
Carlton pay some of his salary? I don't know, because I view this more as a salary dump move, as dumb as that might look for
but
Carlton, given they've just signed
yeah,
him. But it's so hard to tell with Carlton at the moment. They've brought in Graham Wright today. They've sacked their footy manager, so
yeah.
who knows what they'll be
I just
doing.
I just don't think there's a way we would have him and Naz. That's the only thing. If he's a salary dump to us, I
Yeah,
don't think we're wanting to spend that money on another midfielder when we could our own,
yeah.
as we say, a lot of money.
If this happens, this will be like the last move we make of the trade period. This will just be like, we've
Yeah,
got so much more money, we didn't end up spending it all, and it needs to go somewhere.
yeah,
We'll just go to Carlton and be like, you want this money off your books? Give us
yeah.
Chera.
Well, apparently we're gonna have millions. Apparently, with all the rumors going around.
We do have millions. It's gonna be hard to spend it all, from the sounds of it.
It's Yeah. We got what's Wilkie on? What's Marshall on? What's Steele on? They're all gone apparently.
So,
We're gonna have to
well,
pay the money somehow.
apparently Wilkie's on. He's on more than Alir, but it's a similar figure. So Alir's gonna come on a
Yeah.
contract for around 750 a year. So you can
And I don't
assume
see
Wilkie's
I don't see
800.
why not. Yeah, I don't see why not. St Kilda wouldn't give him an extra contract. Like he's going to be another All Australian year this year.
Yeah,
He's definitely well deserved of a little pay bump,
yeah, and it's not
which
a
I don't think he
weird.
would care as much.
Nah,
I don't think it was
he's an
really
accountant. He's
true.
smart with his money, but
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Look, I'm sure if he wanted to get an extra zero on that contract, go from 800 to a million, I think we'd be pretty
Yeah,
happy to do that.
exactly. Well, he's arguably one of the best, well, arguably the best defender in the comp at the moment, and why wouldn't you want to keep him at the club?
Yeah,
I don't see a way. I don't see a way it's going to happen anyway. It's not even really a talkative thing right now because I think
yeah,
we all believe it's false. I think you should say today it'll be confirmed that it will be false tonight at least.
yeah. You'd hope
But
so. Yeah,
yeah,
but
so I wouldn't read into it as much yet, everybody. But
yeah, I
maybe
wouldn't read into the SA stuff, especially the Rucci
yeah,
stuff. Given that he works at Port Adelaide, I know as like a Saints fan that might sound biased that we're being like, oh, don't listen to this because it's saying it's negative towards the club. But at the end of the
yeah,
day, he works for Port Adelaide, so
yeah,
we're gonna tell you not to listen to it just for now. And,
yeah,
there's one more thing that we should probably
yeah,
touch on. I'm not I'm not like I like the move. I'm not as big on reporting it so far. Like I know I'm not an official news source, but it is at the
yeah.
end of the day. It's not a big footy rumor, but there's a photo floating around big footy of CJ Jath, the Hawks halfback winger, taking a tour of Linton Street, RSEA Park. So
Yeah.
that was pretty interesting to see last night, to say the
Yeah,
least.
I was quite shocked by that too. To be fair, I understand as a depth thing, but I'm guaranteed he's not leaving Hawthorn unless he wants more playing time. But I don't know if we can promise him that playing time.
I'll disagree with you on that. It's been heavily linked that he'd look at a move elsewhere. I
Yeah,
did not think it would be St Kilda though. I think that's pretty interesting.
yeah,
It could just be look, here's what you could be like at St Kilda. The interest it's there,
yeah,
but it's not. We're not fully locked into you. But
yeah.
I do think it's
Well, it
interesting.
doesn't hurt him to have a look at least. So
Yeah, and
I guess watch that space. There's nothing really else to report on that at the moment. But
it's something to keep an eye on it, but don't
yeah,
go around saying it's going to happen.
yeah,
It's just a
yeah. It's something. Yeah, you got
yeah,
no idea yet, but it's something to keep an eye on, as you just said. But
yeah. And at the end of the
any
day,
other really trading that rumors or anything?
I
Or
don't think so. I'm just trying to think back since the last time we did the podcast because I know
yeah,
there was a fair bit to talk about the last time we did it.
yeah.
I don't really think so. I'll have a quick look on my Instagram, see if I posted anything.
Would you
No.
do you have any predictions if we went early with some predictions of all those key players we've just mentioned?
Of like who would
We
go? Like
yeah,
the
just list them and let us know what your thoughts are on the who's
yeah.
going, staying. Thing.
Yeah, so like out of let's go out of Naz, Wilkie, Windy, Steele, and Marshall, as big as those five names are, let us know in the comments how many of
Yeah,
them you think end up leaving. I'm pretty confident most of them will stay. Naz is always the question because he's out of contract. He hasn't made up his mind yet.
yeah,
And the Marshall rumours just seem to be popping up a bit more day by day. John Ralph did say that TDK did want to play at least 1 year with Marshall before we got rid of him.
which I think
So
we all want to watch. Don't we? We all want to watch at least look at it.
yeah, I
I think
think
I know Dodson's there, but I feel like these two would work well together.
yeah, and I mean look, if the offer's there for Marshall, if a club offers us a top 15 pick, I think we sort of just have to take it at that rate. But
Yeah, if he wants out, yes, but
yeah,
I'd rather keep him than obviously get rid of him. He's been a
if he wants to
great player
stay,
for this club.
there should be
Yeah,
no point. But should we get into the game? Bit of a odd game. It
yeah,
felt like we should be talking about a loss here, but
yeah. Well, it basically was a loss, wasn't it? It was a 4 point win in the end.
yeah,
We looked
and
real good early, the first 15 minutes ish.
yeah,
Probably should have been up by way more than the 20-0 start, but that was just the
yeah,
basics of the game, the whole thing. Our forward entries were horrible.
yeah. That is true. And I thought with our game style, it probably should have been a lot better. We played a bit more of a
Yeah,
slow, controlling the ball. And you were at the
yeah.
game. I was watching on TV. But was there anything you saw at the game with our ball movement?
It was just really slow,
Yeah,
as you would have seen on TV. It was just like Richmond have some great intercepting defenders, and
true.
you'd say we would probably try to work around that, but it feels like
Yeah,
every kick was going directly to him, and they were just taking it out and contesting mark.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
I don't know.
we had our moments where we had good kicks inside 50, but
Yeah,
for a majority of the game we didn't, and probably tell
well,
by the
turn it on for
scoreline.
the last quarter for a bit, but we had to. But I don't know why we just don't do that the whole game. But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lead ups from Paul and Sharman in the last quarter really helped. But we didn't
yeah.
see that the
True,
whole game.
true.
But then,
Sharman was getting really high up the ground. He was
yeah,
almost playing. I think I tweeted it on the account that he was almost playing that Mitch Owens role a little bit. I thought
yeah,
with how high up he was getting. 'Cause
yeah, more high. And I think maybe Philippi was playing that Sharman role kind of thing because
yeah,
I know Ross said in a press conference Philippi wouldn't have played unless if Owens was playing.
yeah. Well,
So that's something to look at.
how'd you feel about Filippo coming back in this week?
Look, if he has to play his role, he can play his role, get the
Yeah.
games under his belt. But would you, in a perfect world, if Owens was in, you'd rather see him at the VFL level in that midfield?
Given that he didn't play
Yeah,
much Tog as well in the VFL the previous week,
yeah, exactly.
I am surprised we brought him in, and I'm surprised that we brought him in and played him as pretty much the deepest forward. That was really
Yeah, well,
surprising.
it's good to see him back in Saints colours at least. At least he's healthy.
Yeah,
I
true.
just don't know. Like we'll see. He won't. We're not going to drop him. You're not going to drop him. I'd say.
No.
So I'm keen to see what happens this week with a real undermanned midfield in this Essendon team, especially with Merritt out now. So
Yeah, I just want to
they might
see
even have to go.
one centre bounce of Max Hall, Naz, and Filippo hopefully this week, if Filippo's
Yeah,
up
that would
for
be
it.
great.
But Garcia and Boxall, so our two rising star nominees now for the year,
Yeah,
they were
what
both.
picks were they both? Pick 50s.
Garcia was a pick in the 50s and Boxall was 45, so
Yeah,
our
it says a
recruiting
lot about our list
department,
manager
yeah.
and the recruit. It's just
So I think that's
like
all,
we're all saying, "Oh, don't win these games because we're going to drop draft picks." We're picking diamonds in a rough and pick 50s. We don't.
yeah.
Our recruiting's going to be fine either way.
Yeah, and that is something I wanted to touch on going into this episode. Our back end of the year, this year compared to last year, it's almost similar. Just winning all these
Yeah,
games after the bye, it seems. What do you think
yeah.
about it? Do you think it's good for the culture, or should we just tank for draft picks?
I know. There's a lot of people that go, "Oh, we want a better draft pick and stuff." But look, we got Tyree pick 10 last year.
Yeah,
We won a couple games in 2022 late, and we dropped 2 draft picks,
and got Naz.
and we ended up getting Naz.
Yeah,
It, what would you rate? Like it's so hard, obviously, because you want a top 4 pick, we would have had if we kept losing these games. But you can't beat winning. Like if we're
nah,
winning, these cultures getting like you're getting the wins into. Tyroos had a couple wins now in his last 3 wins in his first 8 games. That's quite good. You want the wins to. I think the wins outweigh what draft pick we should be looking at.
yeah,
I think we all have faith in our recruiting department too. I think they know what they're doing,
yeah. I think a lot
especially
of
the last
people,
few years.
yeah, a lot of people are thinking back to the battle decision and how he
Yeah,
left, even though we won all these games late. But you got to remember, Hawthorn was like the premiership favourites. The
yeah,
second that market opened up after the grand final, I think they were number one. So
yeah. They were.
it was
It
a
was
no
really,
brainer to make a
yeah.
move there. With Naz, to me, it's different. Us winning these games because
Well,
Port
Naz
Adelaide,
clearly isn't changing the premiership.
nah, nah. Port
You,
Adelaide
Port aren't
was
not better than us.
nah,
Not a better future than us. You'd argue.
nah, and they'd
I
have
don't
to
think he's
trade
going to
their
go to Adelaide.
future to get Naz.
Yeah, he's not going to Adelaide, so it's not a flag for him. It's more just going home. Hopefully, we can convince him to stay for 2 more years and then go from there. Even if he wants to sign more.
Yeah, and I do hope these wins help build our culture because it seems like Port
Yeah,
don't exactly have the best culture at the moment with all the shit that seems to be going on over there. But look,
yeah. He's
hopefully,
keep getting lost. They've basically sacked their coach, which no really talks about. It's a secession plan, but it's not really because he hasn't
yeah.
really done anything as their coach. They're just
And
sacking him.
who knows how good Carr will be next year. Butters seems like he's going to move on, so
Yeah,
Butters moves, you get a first round compensation pick. If Naz
yeah.
leaves, you've got to trade at least 2 picks,
So they won't have
and
their
that's
first pick next
unders.
year, and they'll have the compo for Butters. So
Yeah. So their future's a bit rough at the moment, it seems. So
yeah,
I
there's
think
nothing about
I'm
that.
still confident in the 2-year deal giving us a
Yeah.
two more years to prove to him why we should be going
Oh,
after him.
as John Ralph reported, I think yesterday, he hasn't stopped contract
Yeah,
negotiations.
yeah. So contract
He hasn't stopped
negotiations are still
anything
going
like that.
strong. So we still
He hasn't
believe,
blocked our calls, hasn't
yeah,
stopped. I'm guessing we still haven't been approached by any club
yeah,
as we were updated earlier this year, but I think it's just the exact same as always has been. We're just negotiating,
yeah,
and
and
I think we're prepared to offer him as much as he wants, really, at this point.
yeah. If he wants 2 million a year for 2 years, I think we're just gonna have
Yeah.
to do it at this rate. But Brad Hill, he's
I love,
another
I
one.
love how that's, I love how that conversation's just gone to Naz still. It's on every St Kilda fan's mind right now. We're talking about the St Kilda
Yeah,
Richmond game. Then
I
we get into
know.
Naz's contract still.
It's yeah. I totally understand why people are getting frustrated. I reckon I hear it
Yeah,
about over 10 times a day. Has he signed yet?
yeah,
What's going
yeah,
on, guys? We will know the same time as you, pretty much. So
yeah.
maybe a bit sooner,
I'd
but
love to know sooner. I would love to get a message. If anybody, any St Kilda officials out there, send me a message. I'd love to get the Naz
I
exclusive.
think we're on a few people's good sides at the moment. So hopefully
Yeah,
we do. But
you never know.
yeah, what else
What
is
else
there?
really stood out for you in this St Kilda game
Brad
on the
Hill. I
weekend?
thought Brad Hill was good,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
in
I
that
agree.
first half. Same with Windy. They were both very good in the
Yeah,
first
I
half.
think Naz basically stole Windy's spot after the second half, but
Yeah, probably a
yeah, even
game-winning
like
decision, but
yeah, I think Windy's got so much to offer still. I think definitely that 2 year deal's unders.
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being a 3-4, just because he's playing that good of football right now.
yeah.
So
Look.
like
I'm not his biggest critic, but I'm not his biggest fan either, Windy. But it's
yeah,
hard to deny he's not in pretty good form at the moment, and he's definitely worth keeping around.
yeah.
We haven't even touched on the MVP of the game as voted by the
Oh yes,
fans. We'll get into that a
yes, of
bit later.
course.
But Callum Wilkie, he did pretty spectacular.
He Let's be honest, he basically won us the game. He's
Yeah,
defensive. His IQ is so good too, and he's just positioning. He's one of the best defenders in the comp for a reason. He had another 29 disposals this
he's not
week.
one of. He is the best.
Yes,
They've got
I
that
agree with
blazer
you. But
ready, so I'd be shocked if he isn't all Australian this year.
he deserves it. I think he's played a great year. He's going to get some help next year with Aaliyah coming through, coming in. Another preseason into him, probably as a full time back this time. Tyree another Tyree's first preseason basically next
We
year
like
after his
it is
injury.
crazy to think that realistically we could have four all Australians. I think we'll definitely have four in the squad. I think we'll see Naz and Wilkie. They're basically locked in, I think.
Yeah. Who's the
Sinclair
fourth?
Sinclair's a maybe for me. And I still believe in Higgins. Because
Yeah, squad wise, yes.
Elliot has fallen off a cliff at the moment.
Yeah.
And Higgins is almost back above him in the goal tallies for small forward. So I think
The
they're
future is
probably
so bright
yeah.
this coming years, especially like if we have four AA squads while finishing where we are,
Yeah.
it shows like these are the vet, and then you got all these players coming through. It's just gonna be so fun to watch in the
Considering
coming years.
last year we had, I think we only had Sinclair. In 23,
Yeah,
we had Wilkie and Sinclair make the squad. I don't think anyone else made the team though, or like the
they
squad.
both made
Sorry,
the team.
yeah, they both made the team. I
Then
don't
the
think
rest
anyone
was,
else made the squad.
and then it was Steele, and Butler was in the squad, but like nothing really like Naz is a 22-year-old coming in. Wilkie's still one of the best defenders in the comp.
Yeah,
Higgins is probably his best season ever so
oh,
far.
easily. He's broken his
Yeah,
goal tally. I
yeah,
think he's on 41 now, so he's
yeah.
definitely
He's
killing
going
it.
well.
So
You
yeah, I
can
think
see.
is there anything else we need to touch on? It was a boring game. I don't want to spend too much
Yeah,
time on
that's
it.
the thing. Like I know we keep getting off topic, but it's just, what's there really to talk about in this game right now? It's like
Let's
we
talk
bet
about
one of the worst teams in the comp by 4 points in a really low scoring game. Our forwards didn't do much. Our midfield probably got beaten, I reckon, in the center clearances, especially
yeah.
that. And just it's a really annoying game. Like Hugh Boxall, rising star. He played a great game. Couple of
He
good
did,
marks in the last
yes.
quarter too. Like Tyru's first half was really excellent too. He took the game
Yeah,
on a bit more.
I thought Taru was going to get the Rising Star
Yeah,
over
he's probably, as you said,
Boxall.
he's probably saving it for next year.
Yeah, probably.
And he's marking stuff he normally spoils, which is good to see.
Yeah.
So he's going to be a player, isn't he? And like it's just we obviously don't like to Filippo. I didn't like the Max Heath sub either. I don't feel
Nah.
like that was the right sub.
Do you think he plays this week? Or we can probably touch on that later,
Mm,
but
we'll find out later. We'll
we
find out later
will.
in the team predictions, won't we?
Yeah,
We'll see.
It was hard to make changes this week because we won, and
Yeah,
like really
yeah,
our only bad player was Filippo, in my opinion.
yeah,
Maybe Wilson, but
yeah.
I don't
And the
see us
midfielder I
dropping
would have
them.
playing in this week, who was going to get talked about, unfortunately broke his collarbone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
it's such
pretty.
a weird week for St Kilda this week. Like we won, but it's just there's not much going on. Now we
And
got all this negative media we're all focusing on now,
yeah,
but it's not, we can't really enjoy it.
we're very relevant at the moment. That is for sure.
Yeah,
For considering most people think we're the most irrelevant club, but let's get into
yeah. Well, that's
the
the
player
problem.
of the week voting. So
Player of the week. So it was Wilkie.
very
What
tight,
was the votes this week?
very tight.
Very tight.
So
I was expecting.
usually
Everybody
we
loves that.
see usually we see Naz win by about 300 votes.
Yeah,
So I was very surprised this week because it was hard to pick as well who to put in. So
yeah.
in fourth place, missing out on third by just one vote, was Jack Sinclair. In
Damn.
in third place with 75 votes, Marcus Winteger. In
He did play well,
second,
especially that
yeah,
first half.
in second place with 117 votes, Naz.
Yep.
And then in first place with 147, Wilkie. So
30 off.
yeah, so
I think that's pretty bang on. I've got kind of the same. If you want to go through yours first, and then we can go through Bam's, who's unfortunately not here.
yeah, so
And then
I've gone Wilkie with my three. I just thought best
yeah,
on. Obviously, if I've given him three, but I've gone Naz
yeah,
with the 2 votes, and then
yeah,
surprisingly, I've gone Hugo Garcia with my
yeah.
one
I saw
vote.
that.
I thought Hugo Garcia was very good on the weekend,
As
so
he's explosive, isn't he? He's going to be one.
like he's not an
He's just going to pop up.
explosive mid, but he has his spurts definitely.
Yeah, well, he's developing into it. Like that goal in the first, he just came
Yeah,
from nowhere, which is really good.
yeah, that
So
goal, yeah,
he's playing some good football at the moment. I don't see him going back to Sandy
definitely,
anytime soon, or even next year.
definitely. And
But
should we
that's going to be
do
fun.
Bem's votes
Go
quickly?
go through Bams.
So Bem's gone with Naz for 3 votes, Callum Wilkie 2 votes,
Yeah,
and Jack Sinclair for his 1 vote.
yeah. Do you reckon that's Naz biased?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I
Well, I'm
agree.
surprised Naz didn't win on the fan voting because we're so
Yeah,
biased towards him all the time. But
guys,
yeah,
make sure to vote on Naz. 'Cause he might look at Saints Nation.
I wonder.
We want him to be our favourites.
Let me see. You can usually see what players are viewing the story, but go over your votes and I'll try and find it.
I've got Jack Sinclair with the 1. I think he played a really complete game, especially going into the midfield in the last quarter.
Yep.
Played really well, and I've gone Naz the 2, which he had an ordinary first half, but he still had 12 touches and a goal. It
Yeah.
is amazing to say he had an ordinary first half and he was on track for 24 and 2. But he obviously turned it on the second half, run through the middle off halfback really nicely. Is what he did earlier this year, which we haven't really seen as much in the last 3 weeks because he's playing more mid, but it was good to see it again.
Yeah.
Then I've gone Wilkie in my 3 because, as we've all said, he's a brick wall down there. He
Yeah.
rarely gets scored on. There's great
100%.
IQ down there. And he's just going to be probably the future captain of this club. So it's going to be great to see him mentor Tyru throughout the next couple of years. Cameron Eady, Lee Kalia.
Yes. I don't think he'll be going anywhere. I think he'll be
Yeah,
mentoring Taru. So
it's going
I've
to be fun to
looked.
watch.
I can't see like who's viewed it, but I can see who's voted. And Blake Watson, who is Sandy Zeb's captain, voted for Naz.
Yes.
So good on him. Maybe he'll be St
He
Kilda
played his
VFL
first
captain.
game. Yeah, he played his first game back this week, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
he
believe.
did. Yes. So good on him for
Oh, good on.
coming back. I don't remember how he went, but
Yeah, well,
um,
unfortunately, he's not a St Kilda listed player, but he's
yeah,
probably one of the best of the Sandy players. Him and
yeah, he was
Bailey
one of
McKenzie.
he was one of the people I thought we'd be looking at last
You
year.
know,
when we
Well,
had to.
if you're watching this, come over to St Kilda VFL next year.
Yeah,
Come play with us
don't
again
don't
next
go
year.
to
You'll enjoy it.
Footscray, even though Sandy love their Bulldogs. Come to
Yeah,
St
would
Kilda
have just done
VFL.
that.
But
That's it.
injuries, you touched on it. Paddy Dow,
Yeah,
broken
that's so
collarbone.
unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's out for a month, but we've got 2
He,
games to go, so season over.
hopefully he plays a full preseason, comes back full preseason. Would love to see him in the early rounds next year. So I don't think he hasn't had a full year with us,
Yeah,
which is really unfortunate. But
he's always injured at the
it's
start,
just,
so hopefully he can get his
what's your
preseason.
thoughts on that recruitment? Because I've seen a lot of Carlton fans on Twitter have a go at Sauce for his keep recruiting old players, but like Liam Stocker's our best 22 player easily,
Yeah, Liam
and then
Stocker is
Eddie
such a
Dow's
culture player. And Paddy Dow, people forget how good he was back in last year. He was very good for us.
yeah,
He was our top
yeah, and
3
he's
mid.
just injured. And
Yeah.
then Jack Harold has had 35 in the VFL, so he's showing something. And
Yeah.
we're getting them for nothing. We're
Yeah.
getting them from absolutely nothing. I don't understand why
Same with
it's
TDK. We're getting
oh,
him for nothing. So,
yeah, except
look,
the price tag on
I,
him. But
I saw someone say D-list Dow. But look, Dow, it's not like he's just doing his hamstring over and over. He's getting
yeah,
freak. It's a bit like Hunter Clark. He just gets freak injuries.
yeah,
He had that knee
which is
infection. I
really
thought he was going to
unfortunate.
retire
Yeah,
uh, earlier this year, and then now he's done his collarbone. So hopefully he
yeah,
can just get into a good preseason and start round 1 for us. And
that'd be
he's
great.
still pretty young. He's,
Yeah,
25, so he's still in
yeah,
that age range we need. But,
yeah.
yeah, apart from that, Sandy lost.
Naz had an ankle concern, but that was
Yeah,
fine.
he's all
That's
good.
really all.
Yeah, so
Um,
Sandy lost to Richmond VFL. And,
that was VFL. Here we go.
yeah, and despite the loss, we had some pretty good performances. So I think
Yes,
Dodzilla is the one everyone's talking about,
yes.
especially with
As
Heath
much as we
getting.
love it, do we want to touch on why it happens? Like, I don't want to be negative
Yeah,
towards him. He had a great game,
yeah,
but he
he
was versing a
he was
full
versing a
ruck
key forward. He's versing
who
Justin
also had
Kaczynski.
26 and 4 himself. So
He
I know
got
the
beat
stats look great, but
despite having 35 and 41 hitouts. He got beat. Like,
yeah,
so he was good, and I guess a lot of people
yeah,
touch on him with Heath going out. Could we bring in
yeah,
Dodson? But nah,
yeah.
definitely not.
I don't really see it.
Yeah,
Did Isaac Keeler play this week in the VFL?
he did. He didn't do much, but he definitely did
Yeah,
play.
but you can't base. I hate placing it on the VFL, obviously, because
Yeah, he had a goal and 12 touches, with
yeah,
3 marks. So do with that as you will. But
yeah. Ari Shomack and James Barrett, 2 big goals from
yeah.
a
So
wind help goal, but they're
yeah,
showing something.
yeah. If you haven't seen those goals, go to the Instagram. They're uploaded on there. They're 2 pretty good goals.
Yeah,
I really thought we'd see a James Barrett debut by now in pre-season.
he was one of my ones that we're gonna watch him. He was going to be one of the first debutants. He'll play the full
Yeah,
year
because he came in
in
with
that.
that big body. It was a position of
Yeah,
need because like Howard was out and stuff, and he is a swingman
yeah,
as well. He could have gone forward, so I'm
yeah,
surprised we haven't tested him out yet. But
yeah. Well, you never know. We got 2 games
who
left. I'm
knows?
keen to see who plays this GWS game.
Yeah,
But
the
we'll see if
GWS
that'll
game will
rest.
be
Like, see a
interesting.
Marshall being rested for it, and maybe a Dodson debut next week. I wouldn't say this week.
Yeah,
So I think
Marshall's
we want
always got that injury cloud over his head, but
to. Yeah,
I doubt we see Marshall go out of the team. But
yeah.
well, Jack Carroll had 35 touches. He was pretty damn good.
Yeah, full-time mid. He's going to keep developing. I hope he gets another year contract. I know he's maybe on the 1 this year.
Yeah, I think
Just a
he'll
1 year
definitely
deal. But
get another contract.
yeah,
Liam
he's going to show
O'Connell,
something.
he's another one I think will get another
Yeah,
contract. He played
as he
really
should.
well as a midfielder as well this week. Played
Yeah,
in the mid, so it's not a position we've seen him in at AFL level. But
yeah.
yeah, I think
Eamon Armstrong's continue to show something. Just keep getting these touches
yeah,
up each game now. Just keep going up. So he's going to
it
be 8 this
is.
week.
It is very similar to what O'Connell did last year.
Yeah,
Was never up the top of the stats, but he was like, still there. But it'll
yeah,
be interesting to see how he goes after he gets a pre-season into him. And then
Definitely.
Angus Hasty, still pretty good, had 20 odd touches. So he could be
I was
one that
confused.
comes in, but
Yeah.
it's always
I just,
hard.
yeah, it's,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially this late in the year. Like this is Sandy's last game this year. They're not playing next week, so
Yeah.
it's I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't understand dropping him in for one game and then playing him the next, but
Yeah. So
find out.
the
Shout
changes are
out
pretty
to
hard.
Will Hanson on Discord, I think it was, saying he loves the Jack Billings content.
Yes, yes. How did Jack Billings
Shout
go
out
in the
to Casey Davis.
VFL?
He had the 21 and a goal this week, just quietly. But he's a future Kilda VFL player, so that's why we bring it up on the podcast.
Yes, but look, we all love.
I just wanted to mention that because I found that comment really funny
Yeah, it
over
was.
the
He
weekend.
pretty much described it perfectly. Bem
Yeah.
is the negative to Nancy. I'm the one with all the stats, and you're the one whose favorite
And,
player plays for Casey Demons. But
yeah.
good on him. Good on Will. If you haven't already, join the St Kilda Insider Discord server because I don't think we're going to be
Yeah.
making one anytime soon.
It has some great insights on there. A lot of good discussions too throughout the Saints fans and the community.
Yeah, I'm not crazy active in there, but it is pretty good.
Yeah, couple fights to the answer.
Yeah, there are some fights. But,
Is it the time of the favorite segment of the week?
Ooh, let me just read this first. Footy on
Okay.
9, just posted on Twitter. With speculation over the futures of Star Saints, the club's campaign against the academies and father-son rule, Ross the Boss joins us tonight on Footy Classified. So hopefully he shuts it all down. I don't think he'll go on there and do a hit piece against all the journos, but look, I think he'll just shoot him down, play it pretty straight.
You know how he is. He's a smart ass. He'll say some comments that will get clipped. They'll be thrown out of context, but
Nepo babies, say some shit like that.
yeah,
But,
he'll say something and it'll be clipped. But hopefully he defends the club as we need somebody to defend the club. Nobody really just came out and said it yet, which is annoying. But
yeah,
hopefully tonight we get some clarity on a couple issues that we're all worried about, and obviously some defending of the club too, which would be great.
What if he just goes on there and says, "Yeah, Naz signed. Fuck you." I'd love that. Didn't let any of the journalists get to it first.
Yeah.
Says, yeah, he's signed.
I reckon if anybody breaks the Naz thing, it'll be Jay Clark.
Yeah, it'll be one of Ross's mouthpieces, either him or Toomey.
Yeah, Ross will just text him a signing emoji.
Yeah. But Cooper's Niche Connections.
Yes, we are back another week, an online week this week. This is probably the best segment of the podcast. We're just going to do a quick rapid fire because the players I've done, we all know. So I'm not going to read out their stats, read out their games. We've got James Gwilt.
Yep.
A very good key defender in his day for us in our grand final years. We've got Clinton Jones, who played a couple preseason games for Essendon.
Yep.
Great tagger in the 2010s. We've got somebody that will be versing on the Friday night in Jade Gresham, who moved over in 2023.
Could be coming back.
Which clearly did not end up well for Essendon right now as they're trying to shop him around.
He could be dropped, so maybe we won't play him.
2016 Gresham, we all remember that. Yes. So that's all we got to say. One of our coaches that came back now, Brendan Goddard, who obviously was our top pick in one of the earlier 2000 drafts.
Yes.
With that amazing Becky, as we all remember, and then obviously fucked off for Essendon for a couple of years and then eventually came back.
Yeah.
He's head coach at the moment, I think, but he obviously won't be that next year.
Yeah, so if you want to apply for Sandy's head coaching job, they've got 12 applications so far, so you're a chance.
Oh, all right. You're on. Do you reckon he's a Saints VFL coach next year? We'll see how that goes.
Him or Lenny?
I've got Jake Carlisle.
Yep.
Obviously, he was all right. I think we missed out on his prime more than...
Yeah, there's that
he
famous story of him choosing us over Carlton because he wanted to win a final. And everyone made fun of him, and then we won a final with him before Carlton did. So
one final with him, and then he didn't play the next week, and then barely played in 2021.
Yeah, but good on him. He did what he wanted to do.
Yeah, Yeah. And then obviously one of the players that I kind of forget about just because he was only here for a couple of years. He made a great impact on a lot of the young boys, and I've got Paddy Ryder, who was a great ruckman in his prime too.
Yes.
And Marshall a lot too, which is doesn't really go unnoticed anymore. 'Cause we had how good Marshall's been in the last few years, especially as a rookie draft. So
Yeah.
yeah, and that is Cooper's initial connection to the St Kilda Essendon game.
I can definitely
We'll be
think
back
of
next week
a
to ask
modern
him.
player you're forgetting. Nick Hind.
Who? Oh, Nick Hind. Yes.
He was a good player for us, and then he was a really good player at Essendon for 1 year, playing off half back.
Yes. You could even argue Stephen Milne because he played in their reserves comp
Oh, I don't know
team
if
back
he'd
in before he
argue
got
that.
drafted for us.
I'm just trying to think if there's anyone else.
There would be a few, but I've just gone quick, nice little rapid
Yeah,
fire.
that
We
is
all know
fair.
them. We all love these players.
Yes, but
So maybe not Gresham, but besides that.
yeah, Gresham can fuck off. But I do have another one actually, off the top of
There
my
you go.
head. Not for this year, but next year. Tex Wanganeen. He'll be he'll be a nice little connection for us.
I should have added Tex Wagner. That would have been funny.
But
Oh, who else? Maybe Ben Hobbs, Elijah Sardis. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see.
We're all on the outer that team.
Definitely. But Sam Draper, we offered him a big amount of coin.
Oh yeah, that was something, wasn't it? You didn't even play a game when we did that.
Yeah, but I think it's time for who's in, who's out, our lineup projections, and we'll go to Bem first, considering he's not here. So he's gone with
Right, Ben.
Heath and Jones are going to come out, and
Yeah.
Keeler and Hasty are going to come in. So I think that's fair.
Wonder what Bem's center of the week was this week.
I know he
He would have
probably
been umpires.
umpires and Brad Hill. He wasn't a fan of Brad Hill this week,
Yeah.
even
He
though
wasn't Zach
I
Jones.
thought Brad Hill was very good.
Yeah, well,
What about you? Who are you
TV
going
might,
with?
might look different to the game. Look, I bring in this is just for more entertainment because I'd love to see it because we got nothing to lose. I bring in a Zaint. He's back.
The
Zaint
Zort.
Gordy is back in this game for Friday night in my predictions. I don't know where he'll be playing. It could be a forward role. It could be a defensive role, maybe a Tyree forward role. I just don't want to see Filippo in that forward line as a deepest forward.
Yes.
That's why I'm bringing him in.
That is
And
fair.
I'm also bringing in Keeler for Heath. So Heath gets dropped. We're bringing Keeler, see what he can do, because it's more of a audition for him now. He's out of contract. He hasn't played senior footy for a few weeks now. So I'd love to get him back in and see what he can do. I've also dropped Zach Jones. Not because he did anything wrong. Like, he hasn't done anything wrong. I just think
Yeah.
the
There's
writing's on the
better
wall for Zach
players.
Jones right now. As much as I wouldn't mind giving him another contract. I think like he's a great servant of the club. You'd say he's there as a nice veteran presence, but I feel like it's gonna be hard to justify giving him a contract. So I've,
Yeah.
I've dropped him and bringing Cordy to play that Filippo role, and then Filippo's going to play that Zach Jones role.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah, fair.
But obviously, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all. What about yourself?
Officially, I've gone with no changes. I don't think we'll see a change this week.
Officially, first ever no changes on the Saints
But
Nation podcast.
that is boring. So
Yeah.
off the record, I'll bring in Keeler for
Off the-
Heath. I'll bring in Keeler for Heath. But
Yeah, well, that's the same with me. But I was like, all right, we made a call a few weeks ago. I want to see Cordy back in his team before the end of the season.
yeah,
This is the week.
we
This is the
didn't. We
week for
did
it.
not shut him down to draft Archer May.
Yes.
So he better come back.
He's out of contract, so it could also be a audition for him too.
Yeah.
Because I know Ross loves him. Let's be honest.
I
so-
am surprised that he lasted the entire 3 years of that deal that he signed.
I don't know if he signed it. Was that under Ratton still? It was. Wasn't
Yes, yeah, it was under
Yeah.
Radden. Because that was like the only player we brought in, and then the club's like, "Fuck it, we're getting rid of you. You only brought in Zane
Yeah.
Gordy. You're supposed to bring in De Goey, mate." But
I remember that. Remember, it was like the goal was going to sign, and like he backflipped for a couple of days and ended up signing anyway.
yeah,
He gave me a little bit more hope.
yeah.
But at the moment, he's not. I don't really want him, so that's fine.
Get into our predictions for next week.
Yeah.
We'll start with Bam, I guess. He's gone Saints by 25, and St Kilda will score over 120 points. So he
So
reckon,
what? He's saying it's gonna be 120 to 95.
yeah,
A
against
Ross Lyon,
Essendon.
Brad Scott game. Far out.
Gee, this
It's a
game,
big call for a reason.
this
I'd
will.
love to see it. That'd be fun to watch.
I'll get into it when I do mine. You go now, but this
I've
game's gonna be
gone
very
Saints
low
by
scoring.
27.
Yep.
I don't know about the scores. I reckon it'll be a Brad Scott and Ross Lyon game, which we can all predict what the scores would be. And I've gone because they've got no tagger, no merit. Naz is going to have his own ball this week, and he's going to have 45 disposals, beating his record of 43.
Yep.
That's my big call.
Very nice. I'll start with my bold call. I've
Yeah.
gone Hugo Garcia and Hugh Boxall. I reckon they will get 40 disposals and 20 tackles
Ooh.
combined. So
Yeah, I like it.
I think on the weekend, I don't remember what they had on the weekend, but it wasn't that. It was unders that, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I've gone St Kilda by 18, but the score will be 20 to 38. Like, this is going to be the most low-scoring game ever. This will be worse than Melbourne St Kilda 3 rounds ago before Naz got into it. This will be
Yeah.
worse than Essendon Richmond.
Even a St Kilda Richmond game on a weekend.
Yeah, yeah. This game's going to
And
be
I'm going to be
bad.
honest. Before we wrap it up, we are forgetting something very important, which I'm quite disappointed in now. Our captain plays 200th game on the weekend
I know.
and had a fantastic last quarter too.
He did.
A quick shout out to Jack Steele playing
We
some
had
great
it. We
football.
had it written down and we skipped it. But
Clearly injured too. He played a great last quarter too, which he got us over the board.
yeah,
Him and Sinclair, I think, played really well in that last quarter.
good on you, Jack. I know
Yeah,
you want
so
out apparently, but good on you for turning
yeah,
up.
well, he's gone apparently. That's why we didn't mention it. But
Yeah, but
yeah, shout out to our captain and
yeah.
something that everybody looks up through at the club and guarantee he's a great captain. He's been captain for a few years now and obviously deserves 200 games under his belt. So
Yes, but
is
apart
he?
from
Yes,
that,
he's obviously 100 for us.
yeah, I think
So
it's
he will get
183 he's played for us. I think he played
Yeah.
17 for GWS.
He's gonna get a shout out next week too on Cuba's Niche Connections.
He will, yes, in
Like
the
one.
the second last episode of the season. We'll probably do a few more
Yeah.
in the off season, but
Yeah.
can't believe we've nearly made it a whole year of this podcast.
It's been
Episode
great. Well,
episode
shout
20.
out to everybody that watches.
Yes, I'm surprised. Like
I wasn't expecting this much of a nice audience. It's really good to watch. I see. So
realistically, I thought we'd get 400 a week, and there'd be episodes that spike, but pretty much since the buy, all of our episodes have got over 1,000. So thank you
great.
guys a lot for that, and we'll be ramping the content up a bit more in the off season when we get into silly season.
just one of the most, one of the worst anticipated St Kilda silly seasons there is.
Yes,
We've got so many contracts that are apparently wanting out. We've got so many trades. We've got a lot of free agents coming in. We've got the money to do it all.
I know.
It's going to be very, very exciting to see how this goes.
Yeah, and
Stay tuned to
I was
that.
planning to upload heaps of videos for you guys. Just like pretty much any piece of information we got would get a video. But it turns out I'm in Perth for pretty much the trade period almost. So Saints Nation coming to you live from Perth in October. So that should be fun.
Are you trying to recruit any West Coast and Fremantle players? Is that what you're doing over there?
Yeah, I'll put it as a business expense, my trip over there. Have we been linked to anyone from over there? I don't think so.
Liam Duggan a couple of years ago.
Liam Ryan. I'm going over to see Ryan. So
Oh, yes, of
flying
course.
Ryan. So you'll see
That'll be
me there with him.
interesting to see.
But yeah, Saints Nation live from Perth in a few months. Should be fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed episode 19, the first episode online. I think it turned out pretty well. Shame
Yeah, well,
Ben
actually,
can make it.
yeah, unfortunately, he had he had work actually. to be fair.
Yes. So
Unfortunately, we couldn't do it yesterday, so we've done it on a Tuesday.
I think we're probably
Instead-
better off doing it today as well with all the news that came out Monday
Yeah,
night.
well, yeah, it
So
worked out well for us. Imagine we filmed it and we had no idea, and then
I know.
all our leadership apparently wants out, which is
Yeah,
we're gonna keep bringing it up because
yeah.
how funny it sounds.
It does. It is
But,
extremely funny. But I wouldn't be hitting panic stations yet, Saners, but stay tuned to the Instagram, Twitter, the YouTube channel. I'll try and keep you guys updated. But yeah, anything else you need to touch on, Cooper?
Jack Billings, welcome back to St Kilda next year.
Yeah, Jack Billings
I'm
will
gonna-
be back.
Yeah.
But,
That's all.
yeah, thank you guys for watching. Become a member if you haven't already. Help support us. But otherwise, we'll see you in the big episode 20 next week in our preview for the GWS Giants. See you
And
guys.
hopefully you have more clarity on this stuff. What's going on?
Yes, but we'll see you guys then. See you guys later.